Everyone, I am ESV.Iakona, and this is the first episode of Understanding the Storm. So the goal for this show is that each time you take 1 to 2 topics, and I really start going deep into understanding them, taking them apart, learning the nuances, nitpicking them, really just to make sure that people fully understand what it is that I am covering. And I also have some examples, whether that be like some pictures or some video segments or some replays, something that will also kind of help illustrate what I'm trying to drive home. And to start it off, what I wanted to cover would be the Cursed Hollows tribute spawning algorithm. Some people think that it's actually purely random, others think that it's governed by a set of rules, but so far no one's really put forward the rules so strict as mine yet. And the reason why I found these rules is because I went into the code for the game and I started data mining it and found the algorithm and took it apart. And then when I thought I figured out all the rules, I ran it against quite a few games or some replays that just to make sure that I was right. And so far it's been standing up. So I wanted to go in and should be seeing a map that most of you are familiar with. If not, this is Cursed Hollow. It has 6 tribute spawning points that I'm circling now. They're the orange. So for the tribute spawnings, there's actually 4 rules, and I'm going to go over them one by one, that govern where a tribute can spawn. The first rule that I want to go over is pretty simple. I think a lot of people have picked up on it, but the tribute cannot spawn in the same place twice. What that means is the tribute spawns here, let's say, the next tribute can spawn in any of the other 5 locations, just not the one that it's already been. It's kind of self-explanatory, so if that one's there, then let's say it spawns here now. So since the first one was actually here, or the one before it, but now it's over here, so it can spawn over here, like back there again. So in theory, it could go like there, and then it can go back, and then I can go back again, in theory, just with that rule. So I hope you guys understand that. Then I'll give some really thrown out examples after I go over all of them. The second one is what I want to call the horizontal rule. So what I do is I take the map and divide it completely in half. Now there's the top side and there is the bottom side. If the tribute spawns on the same horizontal side twice in a row, then it has to spawn on the opposite side the next time. So let's say the first tribute spawns like here. Tribute, let's just call it A. And then this is tribute B. And that means that the next tribute, C, has to be at one of these 3 locations. It obviously can't be at B because that's already been the one it's currently at, the previous one. It can't be at A either because of that rule, and it can't be over here. So there's only 3 locations left. The third rule is what I want to call the vertical rule, which means that if you take the map and you divide it vertically, the tribute spawns, then there are 3 vertical sides, left, middle, and right. The one trick, so the previous one, it could be any 2 tributes. It did not matter which tributes. They could be the 1st, the 2nd. They could be like the 4th, the 5th, the 10th, the 11th, the 52nd, the 53rd. It didn't matter. For this one, this actually does matter. It matters that they come in groupings of 3, like the 3, but it has to be like the first tribute is 1, the second tribute is 2, the third tribute is 3. The 4th tribute would be 1, the 5th tribute would be 2, the 6th tribute would be 3, and the 7th would be 1, the 8th would be 2, the 9th would be 3, so on and so forth. You can't have the second tribute the entire game be 1, and then third one be 2, and the 4th one be 3. It doesn't work that way. It has to be the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd of the entire game, and like the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. Alright. So the first tribute of the grouping can spawn in any of the 3 columns. Let's say it spawns here. So now the second tribute cannot spawn like anywhere over here. Like that's all. So it can only spawn in these other 2 columns. So let's say the next one is here. Then the third tribute, so it can't spawn in those 2. The third tribute is either here or there. Well, that might not be too helpful. If it could be, because if you know where to generally be, like if it's gonna be on like their side. So if like the first one was here and the second one was here, and you know the third one is one of these two locations, which could be useful to your team, that like say these are yours, and you can kind of play aggressive, push them up, and then you can fall back on your tributes. So it could have some usage. And then after that tribute, let's say it spawned here, then you just start all over again, and it can be in any of the 3 columns. The fourth tribute, this is kind of the fourth rule, which is a little weird, but the second tribute of the entire game does not follow rules 2 and 3, which means it does not follow vertical and horizontal rules. Obviously, it doesn't follow horizontal rules because it's not, but it doesn't follow those rules. So the first tribute, let's say, is here. Is the entire game. This is not like the 4th tribute or like the 7th tribute or anything. This is the second tribute of the entire game. The first one is here. The second one could be here. Normally, that's not allowed because of the vertical rule, but this one ignores it. But then the kind of nuance is the third one of the game will still follow this. So the third one, if it's something like that, could spawn in any of these 4 locations. But what you might have noticed is that, hey, what happens if rule 2 and rule 3 intersect? Like, so the vertical and the horizontal placements, if they're both true, then you can accurately predict where the next tribute's going to be. So to illustrate that point, I just want to give a little example. First tribute in the grouping is here. Second one is here. Then because of the vertical rule, we know that it cannot be in either of these 2 columns, so it has to be one of these 2 tributes. And because of the horizontal rule, we know that both of these were top, which means it has to be bottom, so that's not. So this is the only one right here, so this would have to be the one where it spawns. Well, that might not necessarily be too useful because you don't know when it's going to spawn because the timer is still random-ish. But you know where it's going to be, and you can kind of set up and be playing around that position. Like, for example, let's say you know the tribute's going to be like here. And then what you could do is you could take this night camp or like this golem camp or even both of them. You'll be in the area taking some mercenary camps, and then boom, tribute's there, and you can set up. You can wait in like some bush or something, I don't know, but you'll be already there in position ready for that tribute. So that's what I wanted. Those are the rules that govern the tribute spawning, and I hope everyone understands through the examples I've given. If not, feel free to send me messages or put comments, something to let me know, and I can go over, give you some more examples, or if you want to send me some replays or something, I can go over them for you. But those are the rules that govern, at least as of this current point, because they could change in the future, but those are the rules that govern where tribute spawns. So I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to this first episode of Understanding the Storm. If you have any feedback, the format's still kind of up in the air. But if you have any feedback about what thing might be better or something, or even if you have like if you want a topic to be covered, for example, let's say you want to go over mechanic spawn timers, like when does Dragon Giants respawn, when did Treasure Chest respawn. Otherwise, thank you all for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.